Transgender Day of Visibility. In My Head. Hello everybody, welcome to In My Head. Two quick things. The first, I'm from the United States of America, so if you're from a different country or a different culture, the things that I say here, they may not apply the same for you. The second, I am not a licensed professional. Tomorrow, Saturday, March 31st, 2018, is Transgender Day of Visibility. You might see it abbreviated as TDOV. The theme for this year is Surviving, Thriving, or #TransThriving. While visibility is important, we must take action against transphobia. On In My Head, I give my take on mental health issues, and I wanted to give some information and hopefully clear up some misconceptions about gender dysphoria. If you are transgender and you feel like I've gotten something wrong, please let me know down below in the comments. And if you're not transgender and you're watching, please also look down there in case I make a mistake. Also, please be aware that I'm speaking a little bit generally here. This is not to be used to diagnose anybody, and only a professional should be doing that anyway. Let's start with some basic terminology. Sex is not gender. Let me repeat. Sex is not gender. You're probably already familiar with what sex is. Gender is a sociological construct of what it means to be masculine or feminine or somewhere in between. Biological factors like sex may contribute to gender, but they do not define gender completely. Gender identity is the gender that you identify with. Simple enough. Please be aware that there is a whole range and scattering of gender identities. Some people are born intersex, which means that they are born with a mixture of sexual, not gender, characteristics. Transgender means that you identify with a gender other than the gender that you were assigned at birth. Gender dysphoria is the stress that is experienced when somebody's gender identity does not match with their gender that they were assigned at birth or with their sexual characteristics. Gender dysphoria is not a mental disorder. Do you see the word disorder? No. Gender dysphoria can, however, be diagnosed in order to help somebody who is experiencing it, not to stigmatize people who are experiencing it. For some people, gender dysphoria is transient, and as it is treated, it resolves. They may never identify as being transgender. For example, some people with OCD may have gender dysphoria. Other people without a mental disorder can still experience gender dysphoria that may resolve. For another group of people, gender dysphoria persists, and with psychological treatment, it may not resolve. A licensed professional will and should take note of the reasons why somebody is experiencing gender dysphoria and to take note of how long it's been going on. Some people who identify as transgender do not experience gender dysphoria. They do not experience stress, even though they do not identify with the gender that they have been assigned or the sexual characteristics that they exhibit. Some people may choose to undergo hormone treatment or gender reassignment surgery if they experience gender dysphoria. Doing so may or may not resolve gender dysphoria. In fact, some people who did not experience gender dysphoria before may now experience gender dysphoria in their new gender identity. Others who did have gender dysphoria before may continue to have gender dysphoria after going through gender reassignment surgery or hormone treatment. A professional can assess the reasons why. Of course, some people will go through these treatments and then the gender dysphoria will go away. Other people may choose not to undergo hormone treatment or not to have a gender reassignment surgery. It's really up to each person to decide what feels right for them. Now you might be thinking to yourself, isn't this the same as body dysmorphic disorder? No. Body dysmorphic disorder is not the same as gender dysphoria. Body dysmorphic disorder involves wanting to get rid of a body part that is seen as undesirable or abnormal. People experiencing gender dysphoria may not see their body parts as undesirable or abnormal. In fact, they may not want to get rid of them at all. However, it is possible for somebody to have both gender dysphoria and body dysmorphic disorder. As I hope you can see, there's a lot of different people who might be experiencing a lot of different things in a lot of different ways, and they may decide to make different choices depending on what they're experiencing. I hope that going through some of this has helped to clear up some confusion in your mind and help you to understand the many varied experiences that transgender people have. As a reminder, not all transgender people experience gender dysphoria, and not all people who experience gender dysphoria are transgender. But for those who do experience gender dysphoria, they need our help and they need our understanding. They do not need our criticism and they do not need our judgment. If you yourself are transgender, please know that there is help available and that you deserve to live a happy life. If you like learning about mental health, why not head over to youtube.com/RyanLiberty, go hit subscribe. If you're transgender and you feel like I expressed something incorrectly here, please let me know down below in the comments, and everybody else watching, remember to go down there to see yourself. Thank you for joining me, everybody, here on In My Head. Remember, you don't just have to survive. This life is here for you to thrive. Let's reduce transphobia together.